Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for January 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your monthly reading for January 2024. I can't believe the year of 2023 has flown by so quickly. It's almost as if time is speeding up somehow. But here we are, January 2024, it marks the dawn of another year. But it's not just the marking of a new chapter. We also have one of the most significant and powerful transits occurring on the 20th of January. We have heavyweight transformative planet Pluto moving into the maverick sign of Aquarius. Now, this really is a big deal. Last time Pluto moved signs was in 2008, and it moved into the sign of Capricorn, which rules money, governments, and power structures. Now, Pluto can be a very destructive force. It also brings the hidden to light, and in 2008 we saw one of the most notably difficult financial crashes the world has ever witnessed. Now, Pluto will retrograde periodically back into Capricorn at the end of the year, but just as we move into 2025, of course, it will move back into the sign of Aquarius. It will ultimately remain in Aquarius until March 2043. That's right, you heard me, 2043. So that is a very long time. Now, Pluto's influence in Aquarius will encourage innovation, especially in the area of electronics or, gadgets, things like that, anything online as well. So you may hear of new technology coming in 2024. Also, there's a strengthening of community, people standing up for their rights and, asking for what they truly deserve and asserting themselves, as well as a desire to change the world for a better place, and also a yearning for more independence. Now, any hidden agendas or information hidden from the collective is set to be revealed from 2024 onwards. So you will see some big, major reveals happening there. But watch out for distractions sent to camouflage these potentially controversial moments, because they will also be sent. Now, on a personal level, it will actually influence you in a major way to transform your life, to reestablish your power, exert your independent nature, do bold and daring things that you've never done before, integrate yourself, and also spread your wings to fly. On a psychological level, it will also help you break negative patterns, to free yourself up from any self-sabotage traits or self-doubt. And Mercury, the planet of communication, also goes direct, making for a smoother transition into 2024. Any delays that you've been experiencing will be freed up and solutions will be found quicker. Also, good news arrives faster, so if you're waiting on something, expect movement in that area. Now, the collective will be accessing clear, logical thinking this month, and you'll feel more organized to get back into a routine and make some swift decisions or changes to enable you to reach successful milestones in your life. This time of year, of course, is when you may implement New Year resolutions or intentions to cut something out or even to add something to make your life infinitely better. And of course, planning, strategizing will be at the forefront of your mind. Jupiter, the planet of good luck and expansion, opportunity, will be in the sign of Taurus. So you'll also be more money and budget focused and get serious about your goals and dreams with a renewed fire in your soul. Combining all of these elements, you may even find new ways of earning money and saving finances throughout the year to create security in an ever-changing environment. Of course, there are going to be some bumpy times times ahead, but the year actually has so much potential for you to tap into. And January is your blueprint to start from, to reach higher than ever before, attain true happiness, comfort, and prosperity. Now, you may have been feeling, extra sensitive and emotional, because we did have that full moon in your sign, my beautiful Cancerians. But we do have a new moon in Capricorn, and that's on the 11th of January, and that gives you an extra power-packed, transformative energy to get stuff done, be super focused, and shape your reality. But also, we have a full moon in Leo on the 25th, which reminds us all to shine our light and be wonderfully flamboyant at the same time as being humble. Now, your 7th house is governing you at the beginning of the month. So that's all about your partnerships, people in your everyday circumstances, people you truly care about. You'll be deepening those partnerships and alliances, or even starting up a business with them, or entering a family business perhaps, or even launching a business of your own and, partnering up with people that you truly trust. It can also be that, you're focusing on romance, people that you want to get to know a little bit better, or if you're already in a relationship, deepening that partnership with them. Also, you're going to be more discerning about the company that you keep and who you allow into your life and who deserves a place in your life and truly has your back. And also, your 2nd house of value is influencing you at the end of the month. And that's more about how you value yourself, looking at situations where you give away your power, undersell your talents, or notice when people underestimate you. Also, you'll be looking at cash, property, budgets, savings, pension plans, real estates, and repayment plans to really level up and to get back to best financially. There's a real go-getting spirit about you at the end of the month to achieve whatever it is that you desire or whatever you put your effort into. So that 2nd house is really making sure that you get the best of everything that 2024 has to offer, especially since you are looking ahead with purpose. And just as I started your reading, there was an incredible downpour of rain, and it was so loud, okay? And I feel like this is a really good starting point for you this month, where you are purifying your energy, perhaps even cleansing, cutting out things that you feel are toxic in your world in some way. And I feel there's this energy of release. It's almost like, you're reclaiming your life in some way. Maybe it's an independent energy I'm feeling coming through for you. I feel that you've been challenged in some way in 2023 and you're so glad it's over. But it taught you resilience and it taught you unconditional love for self. I feel like you're exhausted as you move into 2024, but hopeful. And, look at your first card. That does indicate that you feel very hopeful that 2024 is going to be infinitely better, and you would be right, okay? Even though I feel there's an element of caution about you where you're like, what's 2024 going to bring? I feel like you're in a really good position to make some awesome choices for you and really focus on your purpose and accomplish quite a lot, actually. I mean, you have the Hangman twice here as well. So to some degree, I feel like you are changing a perspective or an outdated belief. You're definitely leaving restrictions behind and perhaps even breaking old habits, making new resolutions like everybody else. I mean, this one's an obvious thing to say, but it is coming through, so I must mention it. I feel like you are looking at things that perhaps you're promising yourself that you will cut out in order to, create a healthier environment for yourself. And I feel like you have a lot of willpower to make that a long-standing, intention in your life going forward. But this is the first card, and it's the inspiration card, the star card, of course. So you're making wishes for the year ahead, and you are hopeful. I feel like you're trying to be really positive, even though you have been through some difficult times. And also, I feel like you're approaching 2024 with gratitude for all that you have, even the little things. I feel like you're really grateful for all that you have, but also I feel like you are acutely aware of what you do not have and what you are trying to wish or manifest into your life. And that is your focus. I feel, as I said, this energy of reclaiming your life in some way, reconnecting to your soul song, and, having wonderful ideas of where you want to take your life next. Now, this could be travel ideas. It could be, ideas that are creative. It could also be that you're approaching what you do day to day in a different way to bring more excitement, more spontaneity in there. But ultimately, this is a card of renewal of hope and, you being in a new phase of life. And I know it's such a cliche, cliche where it's like new year, new you, but I really feel that energy where you just somehow feel different, where you feel a little bit more energized. Now, don't get me wrong, I get this sense that you are exhausted, and I feel as you move through the beginning of January, something changes within you where suddenly you have a lot of vitality, you have extra motivation, drive, that ambition to get stuff done, okay? Whether it's projects or a personal development program, or some of you are just, looking ahead for a brighter future and strategizing, getting really organized about what it is that you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. I do feel like you have been tested, but you're leaving that test behind. You've passed, and I feel like you're having faith that things are going to be infinitely better. I mean, the Four of Wands really is home is where the heart is, and the Four of Wands is connected to like people that you really truly care about. Some of you may actually reunite with people that you haven't seen for a while in January, or you may hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. They may actually reach out because they've been thinking about you. They've missing you is the energy that I'm getting, and they may invite you out to reunite in some way. This energy, I feel like this person may be at a distance, so they may actually be traveling to where you are, or they're in town for a little bit. I feel that this person reaches out, and you've been thinking about this person too. So it's a wonderful synchronicity that as you think about this person, suddenly they show up in your world desiring to meet. So I feel there's a wonderful kind of message there that thoughts become things. And I really feel that you are in a very deep, thoughtful, sort of soul-searching energy as you move through the month of January and beyond. Now, also the star energy is all about healing. As I said, this purifying energy, choosing the healthier options in life. Some of you are going to be focused on your sleeping patterns. Some of you are going to be focusing on sometimes that you have indecision. We all have it from time to time, but I feel like you're getting clear on what you want and you're leaving that indecisive kind of energy behind. Also, you may be looking at, exercise routines or perhaps diet and, environment as well. I feel like you're just getting really clear on what deserves a place in your world and, what you really want to connect to and what you're certainly disconnecting from as well. Now, the Four of Wands is a card of allowing your passions to come to the fore. And with two of these cards together as your protagonist energy, this is a new creative stage for you. So I feel like there is almost like a celebration that, yay, 2024 is here. Thank goodness that 2023 is over. But at the same time, I feel like you're in a different phase where you're celebrating friendships, the small stuff, which actually is so important, okay? I also see here that you're going to try and spend more time in good company. And some of you may feel a little bit more sociable than usual, wanting to get out there and dance or even book things like festivals or things to look forward to for the rest of the year. Because the Four of Wands is like finding really great events or, moments to share with friends. And it could be that you're plotting these things throughout the year of what you want to do. Now, this could be a vacation with friends, a road trip. It could also be a festival or an event. I feel like you're kind of like booking up your diary. Some of you may have Virgo placements, or perhaps you have a Virgo person who has influenced you in some way because they had a very similar message about that. But I feel like you're not just looking at January, you're also looking at beyond. And the Four of Wands is something to celebrate. So I feel that there is some really great news as you move through the second into the third week of January. This could be something that you've been waiting for, especially since you have so much hangman energy. You may have been waiting for some movement in some area of your life and felt a little bit in limbo until you had that piece of news before you can move forward. Well, that news does come towards you and you will celebrate, okay? Now, of course, the Four of Wands, this is a time where you may meet important connections. So if you're in a career, I definitely see people in positions of power or hierarchy are noticing you and appreciating your work. And there is an opportunity to have a promotion here. I feel like a new role could be offered to you. It's something that you love and is more connected to your higher calling or your true life's purpose and mission than you realize. And at first, I feel like you may be a little bit cautious about it, and you may be wondering whether it's something that is for you. But when you investigate it a little bit further, you recognize actually this is the right path, okay? Now, this could be that you're in a company and a new role opens up and you're actually staying within the same company. However, there's different tasks or responsibilities because the page is the start of something And I feel, pages bring news, but when you get a Page of Cups, this is connected to your, commitment to your personal development and also to your true life's calling, your purpose, as I've already mentioned there. But also it's about following your heart, following your bliss, and doing something that you love. So I definitely see that whilst you may be starting something new, I feel like you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. And some of you, if you're currently looking for work, if you left 2023 without work, or you lost your job in some way, I feel like there is a brighter opportunity coming your way where people see your skill set and they hire you almost on the spot. Okay, so it may be that you literally walk out of the interview and you hear pretty much like within half an hour or an hour that you got the job, or even in the interview itself. It's like, okay, start Monday, you're awesome. So I really get this enthusiastic energy about you. So if you are looking for a role, there's one coming up there. I feel like, of course, money is important, and it's not that you're not focused on the money right now. I feel like you're going to get a very balanced sum that is reflected in what the job is. So I feel actually you get quite a nice energy financial package is what I'm feeling, but I'm going to just clarify that because I feel like you could negotiate a better deal. You could Queen of Swords, negotiating a better deal. King of Pentacles, you can get more. Okay, I was definitely feeling that energy there. So this would represent you being very self-sufficient and very clear thinking, very shrewd in your decision to say, you know what, I really love the role, but it currently isn't at the pay grade that I was hoping for. I was used to this, or I was hoping for this, and I feel like you may say a number that's a little bit higher than what you're hoping for, and they can negotiate you down a little bit, but still I feel like you get more than you thought you would. Okay, the King of Pentacles is a great financial move. It's a really great business move here, and for some of you these are managerial roles or positions. Just because you've got a Page of Cups there, it can mean that you're going to learn on the job at the same time as bringing your experience, because you're someone who's really established at what you do. You're just naturally talented and gifted at what you do, but also I feel like you have the skill set that this place or company is looking for. So I do feel you have an opportunity to not be cheeky, because I feel like you're in your second house of value, which is like, you know what you've got to give and you should be fairly recompensed for it. So I definitely see that that energy is showing up for you. Also, I feel like some of you may be strategizing, branching out and becoming your own boss, being a maverick, setting up a business, or if you're already an entrepreneur, I feel like you may have an increase in attention for your product or service in some way, and there's more money coming through as well. Now, some of you, okay, I really get a sense that some of you, you're going to be very busy, very productive. Some of you may actually, especially if it's tax time, you may be focusing on documents or receipts, contracts, and just paperwork in general. And I feel like you're going to be super organized there as well, because the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords coming out, this can represent administrative tasks or a trade, or getting serious about money and ambition and where you want to take your career next, because you have a lot of intelligence, and I feel you're being very savvy about the next move in your career. And if you're not in a career, this could be two people who are deciding to meet up. There's a distance there, but it just feels like old friends kind of meeting after a long time. And also it could be that you and a partner are going to make some big moves in your life, some sort of lifestyle change. So it could be that you're going to have a big vacation or even relocate somewhere, and there's some big decisions that need to be made. We've got the Two of Wands there. So, you have a lot of Wands energy to start with. So you're leading with your passion, with your drive, with your tenacity. And I feel you're very self-disciplined as well, dedicated to making progress in some area of your life. The Two of Wands actually represents creative planning for the future. So you're not just thinking about January. I feel like you're mapping it all out, and you're also looking at your progress. Now, I want you to be aware there are different types of progress. Success looks differently for everybody. Some people are going to look back on 2023 and think, whew, I survived that, I just got by. And other people are going to be like, I really thrived. It was awesome. And other people are going to be like, you know what? I didn't do as well as I'd hoped for. And I hope 2024 is going to be better. Whichever one you fall into in terms of the bracket, I feel 2024 is going to be better for you. And I feel there's a lot more harmony, peace of mind, but also I feel like you're going to reach your goals like never before. It's almost like this is your time. And I know it's such a cliche to say that this is your year, but this really is your year. And I feel January will kind of reflect that as well. Now, the Two of Wands also indicates some of you are feeling a little bit restless. You're in the planning stages of something, so you have an appetite to get moving on it, but you do have the Hangman here twice. So there's some reason why you are holding back. This could be that you have some travel booked and you're waiting to go on a vacation with family or friends. And when you get back, then you're going to be like raring to go and getting ready and making sure that your plans are implemented. For some of you, it could be that you're waiting for this like final piece to slot into place before you can, move off and do whatever it is that you want to do, whether you're in a career or not. For some of you, it could be a qualification, and you're waiting for a certification that you perhaps accomplished last year or that you're thinking about accomplishing this year. But the Two of Wands is like looking out to the world and seeing what the world has to offer for you, envisaging something new, something exciting. Something has already started within you to bubble up, because I'm getting the sense that, things are getting a little bit different in your energy, where you're perhaps wanting new things and new approaches. And I feel perfect situations will start to, fall into place for you. Okay, I just get this energy of everything is coming together. They're actually showing me in the water, so I'm slightly distracted. They're showing me an image of a kaleidoscope. Okay, it's wonderful. There's so many beautiful colors. It looks like a flower, and then it's like a hexagon, and it's loads of different colors, and it's beautiful, really beautiful image to see. I wish you could see what I could see, but it could represent like shifting perspective or self-reflection, and that, variety is a spice of life, and you can take your life in any different direction that you want, and it's almost like the fragments are coming together to make something truly beautiful and mesmerizing. And I feel that's kind of like how your 2024 is going to go. Now, of course, I'm going to do a yearly chart for everyone individually, each sign individually, but I feel this month is like the starting block or the springboard for the rest of your year. Some of you may feel like you're diversifying in your life in some way, perhaps taking the initiative to try and sustain beauty and clarity in your world, even though the world can be a very dark sometimes and very bumpy ride. So I feel like you're trying to remain hopeful during difficult times. Ultimately, I feel like you're going to find clarity in your world and find yourself in the right place at the right moment, where it all just comes together. So perhaps that's what the kaleidoscope energy is. Some of you, it may be that you will be gifted a kaleidoscope, or you've just been gifted a kaleidoscope, or you're going to see one. I know it's such a rare thing to see. So when you see one, even if it's a reel that has like a kaleidoscope on it, this is a sign from the universe. Trust that everything is coming together, and it feels a little bit more exciting than you imagine, okay? I feel like life is going to get really fizzy and colorful for you, and I feel a little bit more spontaneity happening this year as well. So the Two of Wands with the Four of Wands and the Star indicates something you've been wishing for or trying to manifest or aligning yourself with. You've been waiting for a while, but the Four of Wands, you will celebrate it, okay? Now, the Four of Wands can also indicate, peace. So you're managing stress levels and bringing stability into your life. Can also represent like resting for a period of time to create a little bit more harmony and tranquility in your world. But also it can represent preparation. So some of you may be looking at the world at large and preparing for the shifts that are to come. Now, don't get me wrong. As I said, there are going to be some bumps in the road. There are going to be new things that perhaps we've never seen before implemented, and I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position to embrace these changes, whether you like them or not, or even exert your expression and say, no, this is not for me. I feel like you are marching to the beat of your own drum, and you will not be told how to live your life, is what I feel there. But also, I feel this energy rising up within you of trying to find the positive, even though there is a lot of negative. I feel like you're changing your vibrations and really trying to find that clarity and peace of mind through either meditation or just quiet time in nature. And I feel like you are reconnecting to that sense of self that some of you may have felt like you lost touch with. I get this sense of that lust for life returning, and you're living life on your own terms with your passion. and your drive. And we've got the Chariot card here. So this is, being very disciplined. And I feel, there's a lot of self-control here. I feel like you are making progress, even though sometimes it may feel like everything is the same, yet somehow everything is different at the same time. I get the sense that you are thinking about direction in the month of January, where you really want to belong or where you feel like is right for you, which path to take, because this is a card of directional decisions. So I definitely see some of you are really, focused on your journey. And it's not that you're not focused on love. You've got the Page of Cups there. It's not that you're not focused on money either. I feel like these things are important to you. But right now, I feel like there's a bit more of a deep soul searching going on, like your true purpose and, adding value to your life, because you add value to everybody else's. You've taken a long time to recognize that you are a gift. And with the Chariot card, it can also indicate, in this position in particular, it can indicate travel delays. Okay, Hangman is like pause. It can also indicate that if you've got something booked, there may be like, I don't like saying this, but anyway, a missed train, or, you can catch the next one, but it may delay you, or, you miss the bus, or perhaps, there is a canceled flight. I feel that you will get to where you're going to. I feel like you get to your destination. And I mean, this time of year, there tends to be a lot of travel delays, but I feel like it's more than that. And interestingly enough, I'm being shown lots of like changeable weather. Okay, I mean, again, that's such an obvious thing to say, depending on where you live in the world, of course. I see like delays due to severe weather, so there's a lot of crazy weather going on. I feel that to some degree your travel plans may be hampered by that. Okay, but it will work out. It'll be frustrating, but I feel it will work out for you there as well. The Six of Cups tells me also that you will get compensated for any disruption there as well, because I feel it may be quite a big disruption. However, if you miss the train or the bus, I mean, that could be on you. So I'm just going to leave it like that, my beautiful Cancerians. Now, also, this card is about empowerment, okay? That force to be reckoned with. And I feel that returns to you. I feel for some of you, you may have felt like you've been living on autopilot in 2023, or you've just been drifting. There's this energy of like seeing where life takes you, because you may have felt there's something missing or a missing piece. Well, this year you discovered that missing piece. And I definitely see that, as I said, everything comes together for you. Also, some of you with the Six of Cups and the Hangman, some of you, interestingly enough, you may decide to purchase a car. Okay, I feel like with the Six of Cups there, you find a better deal. So if there's a certain car that really interests you and you've been keeping an eye on the car market, if that is a thing, I feel like you will find that there is, a price reduction in the car market, and I feel you will get it for a better deal. And I mean, it could be that you find the same make, but just a different price. Of course, there's lots of different factors in there, mileage and, make and model and all of those things, but I feel you will get a discount. So that's a good news with that one. Now, also the Chariot card, some of you, especially with the Six of Cups and the Hangman, some of you may have felt like you overspent a little bit. And I feel like you get a little bit stricter with your budget and keep a tight rein on your finances in January. I definitely see that you're more focused at being in control, organized, and really making sure that everything is going smoothly and according to plan. So if some of you have been struggling financially, I feel that you implement some sort of budget that really helps you. And some of you may even actually use an app that will help you as well. I'm seeing that on a phone. That's probably connected to Pluto moving into the sign of Aquarius. Suddenly you have a desire to use some sort of technological device to really just like make things super simple. So I see that happening there as well. Now also, if you haven't booked travel, I feel like you might or be dreaming of a great escape or a getaway. This could be a cultural thing where you learn a lot and soak up the culture and the environment, and it just feels like a breath of fresh air. And I definitely see that even though you may have had, a mini holiday, a little break, even if it was in the home space, because the Four of Wands can be from the home space, I feel some of you are still exhausted and needing to get away, and I feel like you'll be planning that too. Also, this is a really great year for you if you're thinking about working from home or starting up a business or launching something, I feel, the odds are definitely on your side here to create something really special. It could be like a duality energy where you have a second stream of income as well, because the Temperance card is, blending. So it could be blending resources, or if you feel like you missed out on an opportunity, it comes right back around, especially since you have the Six of Cups there as well. So I definitely see January as being a month where you will reconnect to somebody from your past. There's someone who misses you and is reaching out. I'm not saying it's an ex, okay? So, but I feel like it's someone that you know quite well, and someone that you have a lot of memories with this person. And I feel with the Chariot card, there's this energy of it's been too long. Okay, it's been too long. So I feel you leave this person with let's not leave it so long again. Okay, there's that energy there as well. A lot of you beautiful Cancerians have been wondering, will better times return? And the answer is yes. The universe is actually sending you a gift or a resource to you in the month of January, especially second into third week. Okay, so something to celebrate in and around that date. And I feel a lot of you may actually revisit something that perhaps you lost touch with. It's not just, that you lost touch with a part of yourself. I feel like some of you may rekindle your desire to read a book by the sea, or, kick back and relax with a glass of wine over a movie, or, if you've got resolutions not to do that, I feel like you will reconnect to a hobby or something that you used to enjoy just for you, okay? It's like your guilty pleasure, and I feel like you're going to really enjoy reconnecting to that too. Now, the Six of Cups, this is an energy of your past bringing forth a gift to the present. So this could be that if you've worked on something, it could be like a commission, or, some sort of money that comes from something you did in the past. If you're waiting on finances, it definitely gets delivered to you in the month of January. But it could also be if you lent something to somebody or lent money to somebody, I feel they could pay it back in the month of January, pay back a debt, repay. But I do see that you are focused on your repayment plans and, having a tighter, smoother budget in January too. Six of Cups actually is the universe stepping in to surprise you with something that is emotionally really fulfilling. So I definitely see there's an incredible, opportunity headed in your direction, something that will make your heart sing. Also, I'm getting an energy here of nostalgia. So a lot of you may feel that you're in a period of looking back, but that's in order to get closure to look forward. I feel like you're making sure that nothing from your past derails your future happiness. And we got the Hangman here. So this can indicate, an energy of stagnancy, because it's in the resistance position. So you may feel that you've been on pause for a little while or waiting for something, but I feel suddenly you change your perspective. And it's really interesting that this Hangman, and I'll show you in a moment, has the star in his hand. So it's like you're wishing for a star, or you're like looking at all the potentials and possibilities of what you would wish for, and it's like suddenly your world is turned upside down because you obtain the thing that you've been desiring all along. And it's a bit of a plot twist there as well. Now also, the Hangman is a very interesting card when it comes to breaking old habits and cycles, releasing things that perhaps are not good for you. This could be food, substances, people, situations. It could also be procrastination, or how you spend your time. Because I feel like, you're not wanting to waste your time. You're really focusing on healthy pursuits, or channeling your energy into creating some wonderful things in your life. And I feel like you're not sitting back and waiting for life to happen. I feel like you're getting out there and happening to life there as well. Now, I really feel that some of you are like initiating some sort of change that will actually turn your life upside down for the better. It's like shaking things up a little bit. And I feel it's a dream or an opportunity that suddenly arises. There's a lot of sudden energy coming through in your reading. And we've got the Surrender card, which of course is the Hangman card, which is surrender to the process. Life is a bit of a maze. Sometimes we are sent a route from the universe that we do not understand. And, for example, if you are at position A and you want to go to position Z, you may be like, okay, there's a direct route here. I'm going to take it. And then the universe says, no, you're not. You're actually going to go to position B, position C, D, E, F, G, all the way right to Z. And you'll still accomplish your goal, but the universe says, There's a person you need to meet over here. There's an opportunity you need to have over here. There's an experience you need to learn from over here. So I feel like you're really enriching your life. But this year, it feels a little bit more of a direct route. Okay, which initially at first you may feel a little bit suspicious of, especially since you're a water element. I'm a Scorpio, so sometimes when things are really easy, it's kind of like, really, where's the fly in the ointment? And I feel you may have been conditioned in some way to expect that, especially as we have the star energy here. Some of you may be healing wounds from the past. These may be, childhood wounding or, stuff that you've really experienced that was traumatic in your journey to date. And I feel like you're trying to resolve those things within yourself, especially since you're in a nostalgic energy. And I feel like you're not allowing those situations, whilst they are important and they shaped who you are, you're not allowing them to derail your future happiness. Now, also, as you can see, that figure there has the star in their hand. So inspiration, allowing yourself to be seen. This is a month where you are going to get the recognition you truly deserve, whether it's in your community or in your family, or whether it's you shining your beautiful light and not allowing anyone to dull your shine. I feel like you are regaining that lust for life, reclaiming your life. I keep getting this reclaiming energy, and it's like the wish, you have it in your hand. It's like what you can see in the mind, you can have in the hand, and thoughts really do become things. Surrender to the process and trust that the universe has your back, okay? Also, there's this energy coming around where it's like a missed opportunity. It comes back around, but in a different form and in a better form, something that you will celebrate. Like, for example, and I'm just giving you this as an example, you may have decided that you want to move property, okay? And 2023, you may have found the perfect property for you, and you're like, yes, this is the one. I feel this is home. And suddenly you may have been gazumped, or you may have lost out on the bidding, or perhaps everything just didn't come together at the last minute the way you'd hoped for, and it went to somebody else. Well, when you see the next opportunity, because I feel there is another opportunity, you may find another property from January onwards for 2024, and it's way better than the last one. Okay, it's a better neighborhood, it's a better size, it's a better price, it's a better everything. Sometimes the universe comes along and goes, I know you really want that, but I can see a little further down the line and there's something extra special that's just for you because you're a beautiful heart and you deserve the best. So patience. I feel some of you have been learning a big old lesson about patience, and what you desire is showing up in a different form this year, and it's much more exciting. So I feel there's a lot more plot twists to come. Now, we do have the moon card, which can indicate some of you, your emotions may have been fluctuating, and I feel like you're learning to have compassion with yourself and really look at that inner critic and recognize, when you need to silence that inner critic, because, sometimes when we're about to do something really awesome in life, suddenly that little voice comes in and says, but can you do it? What if you fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if? I feel like you're looking at that this year and going, actually, what if I fly? I'm just going to go for it. I really feel like you're overriding any old habits or old patterns that you tend to fall into. And I'm not pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Cancerians. We all do it. Sometimes, I'll fall into a period of procrastination, and, sometimes I'll, think about like an ex, or I might think about a time where someone said something really horrible to me. And, I catch myself and I think, why are you thinking back to that time? What does it serve in any purpose in your life anymore? Apart from to get closure, why are you revisiting that negative time? Yes, it taught me a lesson, but I've taken that lesson with me. I don't need to revisit that. So I feel like you're looking at things that pop up sometimes that could be a little bit negative and think, do I really need to entertain this thought? Do I really need to revisit this situation? If the answer is no, then I really feel like you are letting it go with love and light so that it has no control over your future happiness. I keep getting this energy coming through for you. Also, this is a card of self-reflection. So a lot of you are doing like soul searching and going a little bit deeper on who you are, knowing yourself more, and, I feel some of you may even discover a hidden strength or talent, and you may put that knowledge or that obscured knowledge, because I feel like it's very precise, whatever this is, and I feel that you are going to build upon it. So it could be that maybe, for example, many years ago, you used to do some doodles and suddenly you decide, you know what, actually, I want to paint a picture. And then suddenly you're doing it and you're like, wow, actually, this turned out pretty good. And then you'll find that someone will want to purchase that, or, it gets a lot of attention. And suddenly I feel like you're in the limelight. If you are a performer or you're someone who wants to be in the public arena, I definitely see January is a good month for you. There's an opportunity coming on in. And I don't know if you have to go for an interview or something. I feel like there is a delay on the response. And some of you may think, I didn't get that. But I actually feel that it comes back around. And again, it may be in a different form. So for example, if you're an actor, you go up for one role and they go, you know what, you're brilliant, but I feel you'd be better for this role. And it may be offered in a different form, in a better form, a more rememberable form, okay? And for example, if you're an artist, you may get some sort of notification that somebody wants to exhibit your work or even purchase your work. I really feel that this is a month to be seen for all that you are. But also in the home space, especially with the Four Wands, I feel like the people who are around you, they may not say it as much as they should, but they really do appreciate you. And in January, you're going to get major confirmation of that as well. Some of you, especially if you've argued with somebody, I see that person offering an olive branch in the month of January as well, okay? Now, the Moon card is all about your dreams, and it's about shedding illusion to really be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I'm overriding fear, I'm having confidence, I'm in a transformational period where I can go for something that I desire and purge negativity, tapping into your inner awareness and recognizing what you are capable of. And with the Moon card, it can indicate that some of you are perhaps contemplating two different lifestyles, one that's a little bit more flexible. So this could be freelance work, or if you're retired, it could be that you want to spend your time between two countries. You're retired in one country, enjoying like a holiday type home, and then of course revisiting your family and friends, or where you feel like you have a true base. So it could be that there's this sense of duality going on there. For some of you, it could be that you are setting up second streams of income and bringing in more money. And some of you may even launch a dream, a long-standing dream that you've got there, because I feel like you're flipping things around, flipping perspective, you're being in the flow, and I feel like you're letting go to grab onto something better. And I feel new knowledge comes towards you as well. Now, also with the Moon card, it actually means that behind the scenes, the universe is orchestrating an opportunity that will suddenly arrive when the moment is right, and you will celebrate this. So again, as I said, I feel that comes in the second into the third week of January for you. Now, we also have Temperance, so there's that lesson on patience and balance and harmony, but also this is about your priorities, okay? I feel like you are strategizing, you're planning, and I feel like you're getting really organized, really clear on what you want, and making sure that you focus on what's important first, okay? So that you don't feel overwhelmed by looking at the bigger picture. Sometimes we can have a goal that we want, and we look at it and think, wow, that's a big goal. I'm hoping I get there. But if you break it down into little steps or stages, I feel suddenly you're on the path to accomplishing it, and suddenly you've won it. It's happened. So I feel you're breaking things down or compartmentalizing things that you need to do. So excuse me, if, for example, you're launching a business and you think, I've never done this before, it's going to be overwhelming, exciting, thrilling, scary, all of the things, you may think, okay, what do I need to do first? Right. What am I about? What is my brand? What am I going to call it? How do I establish a strategy? How do I actually have a business plan? How do I set up, logistically a business entity, and then set up a bank account and all of those things? So I feel like you're taking something in stages, and all those compartments are coming together to create a whole. And I feel there's just this wonderful shift for you that's very, very thrilling and exciting. Also, the Temperance card indicates you're keeping balance. So when it comes to finances, I feel like you're trying not to spend more than you have or more than you earn. And I feel like you're letting money flow in and out. So some of you may be shuffling some finances around in order to pay bills. But as soon as you do that, I feel like you're able to earn a little bit more and replenish what you had given out in the first place. And if some of you are looking for work and you're feeling a little bit nervous that perhaps, you haven't found something, I definitely see something being offered to you in the month of January that will not disappoint you. And it's more in alignment with your true higher calling, okay? Now, the Page of Cups is to follow and lead with your heart. This is also about embracing your playful spirit, opening yourself up to curiosity, to spontaneity, and leading forward with that childlike spirit that, the world is a place to be discovered. And sometimes the discoveries are not so nice, and sometimes the discoveries are awesome. And I feel like you're trying to see the brighter side of life and connect to things that your heart yearns for. Because I do feel a yearning or a lament in your reading that there's something that you really are trying so hard to manifest in your world. Well, you're going to see that it starts to show up for you. Pages also bring news. So this is the energy I feel of some sort of information or news that you've been waiting for. It shows up for you. But also, I get a sense some of you that want to study something new, something that perhaps has really interested you or piqued your curiosity in some way. This is something that you'll love, okay? Some of you may learn about love or dating, or some of you may open yourself up to a course of learning in an area that you feel really inspired about, and you may meet people who vibe at a frequency that you do, and these people become your soul tribe, because the Four of Wands is to spend time in good company. Also, I see lots of invitations coming through for you, or you making plans with family members or soul tribe members, friends, to do exciting things throughout the rest of the year. Page of Cups also indicates love. So if you are single and looking for love, I definitely see that there is a spark between you and someone new. I feel like the dream of love becomes reality, but I feel this is a very slow burn relationship that's coming in, where you take your time to build a solid foundation with this person. So I feel, you won't be in a high level commitment with this person straight away, because I feel like you've learned the hard way not to fast track or, rush into something. I feel, you're taking your time with it, and you're making sure that that person brings something to the table of love and is a valuable addition to your life, because I feel like you're very independent and self-sufficient. You don't need anybody, but you would like a companion. And I do see the universe is sending you someone in as well. And I do have a small amount of energy. Some of my beautiful Cancerians may reconnect with somebody that you used to know, that you may have had a flirtation with. I feel this could be someone from college. There may even be a college reunion there, someone you used to work with. I feel this is an energy of someone that you don't really have romantic history with. It feels that it hasn't been fully explored. So I feel there is a potential for you to meet up with someone where there is a romantic connection. However, it's not something that you've been in before. Okay, so if you went to college with someone and always had a connection with somebody, and there was always this will they, won't they, let's see how it goes, and it never transpired to anything, I feel actually a lot of my beautiful Cancerians out there could revisit that, especially over the whole course of 2024. And for those of you who are in a high-level commitment with a partner, some of you may actually get engaged in the month of January. Please act surprised when they pop the question. If you have a partner taking you away, especially, I feel like there's a high potential that this person's going to pop the question there. And if you're already married with a person, some of you may renew your vows, or I feel you may actually decide to relocate or even buy property abroad. I feel like there's some big changes. Some of you may even go into business with each other too, okay? I also see in the month of January, you're going to be given a gift that you were not expecting. Okay, so this could be from someone you know, but it could also be from someone you don't. It could be someone who is paying it forward, pays for your groceries, someone who purchases a coffee for you, or maybe, the person behind the coffee store gives you a free coffee or a free muffin. I feel like there's something free coming towards you. Now, finally, we've got horse freedom. There's that independent spirit there, reclaiming your life. I keep getting this energy, and it says here, Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. That's what I feel like you're more focused on, your direction. And it says you have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So I definitely see that you're shaking things up. As I said earlier, there is change, a shift here happening, and it's almost like that kaleidoscope where everything is kind of like merging and coming together. We've also got Wolf Pathfinder, so that's really about following your bliss. And it says here, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Okay, so I feel this is a carryover energy almost from 2023, that some of you have learned to be extra resilient during tough times, and that you will find your way to security and stability. But also, I feel like you're deepening your connection with people that you really care about, and perseverance really is your secret power. I feel like you don't give up at all on anything. I feel like you keep on going and you will accomplish whatever it is you set your sights to. But also, I feel like you are releasing your past, that purifying energy, and, you know, really focusing on what's good for you as opposed to what's not. Now, before I move forward, they're showing me an image of a measuring tape. Now, this can indicate you're really looking at life in a way of, does it measure up to what you expect? And if it doesn't, I feel like you're changing some aspect of your life to make sure that you have a different approach in order to get a better outcome or the right outcome that you're hoping for. Measuring tape could also indicate that some of you are like doing some DIY around the home space, measuring things up. Perhaps you are creating your home as your sanctuary, and you are perhaps adding new furniture or upcycling in some way. I mean, it could even be that someone is literally just taking out a measuring tape right now to measure something. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not really sure how else to decode that. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, wonderful rune here. This is the self. So a lot of soul searching, okay? This is also about you being deep in thought and very creative. Lots of wonderful new ideas, making progress. Now, there is a little bit of an energy coming through, but it wasn't enough to really tap into, but it is showing up again. Some of you may have dealt with very selfish people in your past, or that may have been your experience, okay? I feel like you're going to notice that people have changed the way that they approach you for the better, okay? I feel like you're getting closure on situations where people have been selfish. And I feel some of you, you know, you may have met people who are immature or egotistical, but I feel this energy of you almost commanding better in your life. You know, people showing up for you. And I feel you're going to see a lot of that in 2024 as well. And also, this is about the power of your mind. You can make things happen, and you're creatively shaping your landscape and changing it in some way to make progress. And also we have the key. Now the key is to seek answers, okay? Again, soul searching energy, but also it's the death card key. So that means something is ending and there's a new beginning here. And it's not just the new year. I feel something in you has shifted and changed. And I feel like you're unlocking better karma. And I feel there's a major breakthrough happening for you as well, like an epiphany moment that happens, a wake-up call almost in the month of January, and it helps you with your direction and your true life's calling and purpose. But there's a lot of great things to look forward to, and I feel like you're in control of these changes as well. Now, also that moon card can indicate a moment of uncertainty or feeling a little bit cautious. So I feel any new things, you're doing your due diligence. I feel like you're investigating things before you actually launch yourself into them. And I feel like you're protected and redirected. So if you've experienced any hardship or rejection, I feel like there is something like that you're being guided to that is better for you. And I feel once it all slots into place, you'll see why things happen the way they happen, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It was very complex, so I do hope there is something there that connects to you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.